Hi everybody, tnoozLIVE at the Aviation Festival, presented by JetBlue Technology Ventures and sponsored by Travelair. My name is Martin Cowan, I'm Editorial Director for tNews. I'm talking for the next 10 to 12 minutes with Annelie Na, who's the EVP of Sales and Marketing for SAS, or Scandinavian Airlines. So Annelie, thanks very much for taking the time to join me. I know you've just sort of rushed down from a panel where you were talking about digital transformation. That's a phrase I've heard once or twice so far today. So just give us your role in and take on digital transformation from an SAS perspective.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Yes, as many airlines actually, we're looking into how to capitalize on the big data that we actually have and to make the customer offering more relevant. And to do that, we have invested quite heavily in some technologies, both in the customer experience side, but also the operational side. Okay. And we have 4 different areas actually where we have defined our must-win battles, areas we have to be excellent. And the first one is the distribution part, is the NDC, new distribution capabilities, because that's really disruptive and changing all the basis in how we manage to offer and make the offering towards the customer. Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing is personalization. To be able to capitalize on the data to give each customer personalized communication and offering. The third thing is future customer service, to integrate the data and the technology all throughout the customer's travel chain to improve the customer offering and the service above that.
Okay, and the fourth? And
the fourth is actually the robotics. We have implemented both two of them, Turi, the robot we have now in the booking dialogue, and then Roberta based on automation in the back office. Okay. So that's actually 4 digital waves that we are now taking on and implementing as we speak. Okay. And we have seen some good first results in that.
Okay, so as an airline, I know that you've said that your customer is the frequent flyer to, from, and within Scandinavia. So I mean, what has that very precise customer segment taught you about the bigger airline picture? I'm just wondering, to what extent is that data feeding into the digital transformation strategy?
Yeah, as our main target group is the frequent traveler, as you said, flying to, from, and within Scandinavia, and their main pain point is time. So everything we do actually in the customer offering is to make your travel hassle-free and to save your time. So all we do in the product offering, but also in the personalized offering and communication, it's all about making it relevant for you. So, and the Scandinavians is quite tech savvy, and is really, the customer behavior is changing so rapidly, and the preference is to get the communication and offering in the channel of your choice. So our target group is really depending on us to be there 24/7 in the device of their choice.
Okay, so when you say the device of their choice, presumably in a tech-savvy region such as Scandinavia, that's the mobile.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And I know that you're quite proud of the app. I mean, what's the thinking behind putting so much effort into the app? Is it purely a time-saving device for customers, or is there a sort of revenue cost benefit to you as an airline by having so much business and communication going through the app?
No, the app is one of the important devices we have, but with that said, a lot of the travelers actually make their bookings on a tablet or on the PC, but then during your travel they want to know and have the communication, rebooking, and all the information regarding your travel in the app. So it's more like a travel buddy as of now. Okay. And it's more than 90% of our passengers, when they enter the airport, that's already checked in. They do that digitally today. So, okay. And the best customer experience for our customers is when they handle everything themselves in digital devices all throughout the value chain. So that's one part of it, and the app is really, have been focusing on it for a while, and we'll be adding more features in the app as well going forward.
I mean, is it almost possible to do almost everything through the SAS app? I mean, are passengers self-serving to that extent?
Not really, not per today, but we actually have a lot of new initiatives going on, connecting all the data dots all throughout, from you get inspired, search, book, manage your booking, and you actually travel, and then after travel. And we have different systems, but we are connecting both the data and the IT actually, architecture, so we can follow and give you the right proactive service and information all throughout the travel. So it's not only about booking, but it's for us, our customers, it's very much to be in control, and back to the hassle-free travel. So, and a lot of our customers are frequent travelers flying domestically. So it's 3 times a week. So it's it's like taking the bus.
Yeah.
So that's of course one big part of that. So we have safety, punctuality, and care as in our DNA, but also to save your time. That's the brand promise.
Okay, I mean, I read some interviews that your CEO did sort of a while ago, talked about almost SAS as almost like as a lifestyle brand, and the idea of selling almost anything through the SAS platform. I mean, is that something that's sort of on seriously on the agenda, and is it a sort of 3-year, 5-year, 10-year sort of timeline, or?
Yes, it's totally there as well. I mean, we are building a community with our members within EuroBonus, but also the other ones that are not EuroBonus members, the frequent travelers. And the aim is to become a lifestyle company, because our vision is to make life easier, not the travel easier for the frequent traveler, is to make life easier. And what does that mean? Of course, by using the data that we have and the knowledge about our customers' need, we are planning to dig into new opportunities outside the travel chain. We don't have that in place as of now, but that's very much a part of the journey to becoming a lifestyle company.
Right.
So, I mean, otherwise you just compare on price and product, and that's history now.
Yep.
So you have to be more relevant based on the data and the customer needs. So that's our aspiration. But it's a plan, and we don't have it set for many years. So, but for now, we're investing in focusing on the basics.
Okay. So the one other thing I was going to ask was about the infrequent traveller. I mean, if your target customer is the frequent traveller, I mean, where does the infrequent traveller, the couple of times a year leisure traveller, or the coming over to Sweden to watch the football, those sort of occasional travellers, I mean, where do they fit into your approach?
Yeah, they are so welcome there as well.
Welcome,
I mean,
good.
Yeah,
yes.
They're welcome. But when we say that we focus on the frequent traveler, we mean it's for that target group that we make the network, the product, and everything we do adapted to that. Okay. But with that said, of course, we have concepts and products as well for a US member to go to Scandinavia and so on and so forth. And that's the part of the leisure travel that's growing now. But the first thing is that the person living, our main target group is also traveling with the purpose to travel leisure. Okay. But then you travel with your family, so you have different needs, but it's the same individual. So we have the primary target group, the frequent traveler, but then we have the secondary. And for those segments, we are exploring and implementing new concepts and technology for them as well. But I mean, it's not all for all, but we have some definitions, but actually down to the customer deep segments, not only in the bigger picture. Okay. So we are working with customer tribes, customer cards, so based on that, we can give you the offering of your needs, independent actually, if you're a frequent or non-frequent, or if you're business or leisure, or if you're Scandinavian or non-Scandinavian. It's all back to the customer, I mean the individual. Okay, I mean you've mentioned data quite a few times in the last 10 minutes or so. I mean where do you source the data? Is it all sort of internal data, or have you got sort of third-party partners that you pull data in from, or is it all focused around your own proprietary data? As of now, the most of our database is our own data. We, as an airline, all the airlines have a lot of data about the passengers, about the customers. So for now, we are capitalizing on that. Actually, teaching us to use it on a proper way. So, but we're also looking into third-party data. But the data is one thing. But the other one, actually, I want to really point out is the people factor here, because when we talk about digital transformation, I mean, it's not about technology, it's about people. Yeah. So we have to work in another way, is set up cross-functional teams, clarify mandates, have daily or weekly teams working with this data to push and refine and test with customers. That's a whole new, different way of working. So we are actually implementing that as we speak as well. So going back from the standard way with steering groups and projects and big things that takes a long time, we are moving into an agile way of working, which means we need to enhance the capabilities that we have in the organization. So it's data and technology, but it's really a lot about people.
Well, I mean, one of the arguments around digital transformation is it's okay having, the best IT systems known to man, but if people are still using the fax machine because they're comfortable with that.
Doesn't matter if you have the best car ever, if you can't drive it, I mean, it's no use. So yes, I talk a lot about data, and everybody does, but for me, working in this part of the organization is more about how do you use it. Yeah. And it's up to me and all my managers to make sure that, okay, in your department, if it's pricing or distribution or sales or brand and marketing, it's different setup, or in the customer service. So, but it's up to them to find out which data do you need to handle within your each unit. And once again, we have one customer journey. We don't have many in SAS. We have one. So, but then we are divided in units. But once again, if you focus on the customer journey all the time, based on data, it's quite easy to see where you are excellent and where you're not. Yeah. In the eyes of the customer. Yeah. So data helps you doing that.
Well, that's interesting that data is at the heart of the digital transformation. That's quite an interesting take on it. All right, well look, Annelie, thank you very much for taking the time to join me.
You're welcome.
And thank you, anybody watching it live, for joining us. Martin Cowan, Editorial Director, signing off, but I'll be back shortly. Thank you very much.